Hello, guys. Good afternoon from wherever you're watching from the world. On today's podcast, welcome once again to FABIANMARS Sport Corner. Before I give down the rundown on the card today, I would love to appreciate my fans. I want to thank you for the follows, for the likes. I really appreciate you for making our time to watch our previous episode. So this will be the third episode of FABIANMARS Sports Corner. And on today's rundown, number one, I'm going to be talking about the outrage that was made through via the interview Ronaldo granted, saying it was is the most complete player, is the complete forward player in the world, that is the most complete player in the world, and that has caused a lot of brouhaha in the world of sports, a lot of comments left, right, center. Well, I'm going to be jumping on that particular opinion of Ronaldo, him being the most complete player in the world. And also, I'm going to be looking at Arsenal Football Club. For the Arsenal fans, I'm sorry, I might be saying some things that you might not like, but I'm just being straightforward and being direct in what I think is happening to Arsenal Football Club at the moment. And also, not the last, the third rundown is on the current transfer market that just ended. The the highlights of that particular transfer market, the winners and the losers, and who made the best deal and who made the worst deal. We're going to be talking about that as well. So for the starters, on Ronaldo's birthday this week, he came out to the media and said he is the most complete player in the world. And you begin to question the context of what he's saying. First of all, I would like to make us understand what he meant. I don't know. That's my opinion. What I feel he's talking about. Him saying he's the most complete footballer. When you say you're the most complete footballer, to me, it means you can do everything when it comes to ball play on the pitch. It means you can play in multiple positions. It means you're a versatile player, a football player. It means even when a goalkeeper is out of the pitch, maybe in a game whereby your first goalkeeper was given a red card, second goalkeeper was given a red card, you as a player, a football player, can deputize as a goalkeeper. It means you have what it takes to function in every part of the pitch. And to me, I just feel like there can't be any complete footballer. To me, that's what I feel. There can't be any complete footballer. Total, when I mean total complete footballer, if you say you're the most complete footballer in the world, there can't be any word like that. You can come out and say you're the best footballer. You're the best in what you do as a forward player. You're the best player. You're the most. You can come out and say you're the greatest player of all time. That is acceptable. But you coming out on the media and saying you're the most complete caption, most complete footballer in the world. I think that is far-fetched. I don't think anybody can assume that position of being the most complete. Even the greatest of them all, in Pele, Maradona, never came out to make such statement that they are the most complete. I'm not talking about Messi, Neymar, Ronaldinho, and the rest of who came out big on the world stage in terms of football. I'm never mentioning those ones. I'm mentioning about of the great icons who laid out this platform for these current football players now in terms of Pele and Maradona. They were not complete footballers. They can't be a complete footballer. You can be complete in the section of the field you're playing. You can be a best striker. You can be a best player. You can claim yourself being the greatest player of all time. That is acceptable. So Ronaldo coming out to make such statements, I don't think he was supposed to come out to say that. And also, I support the school of the school of reference, which some persons were saying that why are you coming out to even say you're the greatest, or you're the most complete? Well, allow people to say that. That is why I always think Messi will always have an edge over Ronaldo in all ramifications. I'm sorry if it might sound sentimental because I'm a Barcelona fan or a Messi lover, but I can basically tell you on and off the pitch, I think Messi is a better player than Ronaldo. He's a better player. He's the best. He's the greatest of all in his era. compare Messi to Pele or Maradona because I never watched them. I can only I can only make my assessment based on the clips I've watched on YouTube because I never watched Maradona play. I never watched Pele play, so I wouldn't say Messi was the greatest of was more greater than these players. Understand? So to me, in his era, he is the best player in the world. Messi, no one comes close to him. Maybe Ronaldo comes close a bit to him, but Messi is a legend of the game. You could see the trick he brings to the game. You could see what he adds to the game. You could see the assist and everything he has to the game. You see the glamour he has to the beauty of the game he brings to the game. So that makes him, to me, my opinion, I think Messi is the greatest player of his era. Complete player, no, because there are no such thing like being a complete footballer. Then the next on our agenda for today is Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal Football Club. You begin to question what is actually wrong with Arsenal after giving a 5-star performance against Manchester City, and you came out with that kind of performance. That kind of I don't know. It was beyond par when it comes to what you know Arsenal for. It was beyond par. It was nothing to write home about. You know, the attitude of the player, the mistakes the players were making. It looks like they used all of their strength against City, and that showed on that day. Like it was a lackluster performance, and they paid dearly for it. And you begin to question. That will bring us to the next topic, which is transfer. You begin to question why didn't Arsenal trigger that transfer? Why didn't they make that decisive transfer? You could actually see from that game that what was lacking was a striker. There are some games you play and you need your striker to come out and shine, and that game was one of them because they had numerous opportunities to kill that game, even from the beginning. To kill that game, even when they considered they had opportunities to kill that game, but they didn't have a potent striker. They didn't have a recognized striker, and that caused them. And this will also cause them in the future. And I'm surprised. I'm sorry to say, without a striker, Arsenal can't win the Premier League. Without a striker, you can't be a Pep Guardiola that won the Premier League without a striker. You can't be them because every coach has his dynamics. Every coach has his style. Yes, you can say that Arsenal are scoring. Everyone in Arsenal are scoring, but there are some games that you need a striker to pull that plug. But you can't call anyone. You don't have an out and out striker. You don't even have you don't even have a nine that can play from different fronts of the game of the pitch. You don't even have them. You don't have them. Havertz is not a recognized forward. Havertz is a more like a supporting striker, playing deep, playing a bit up front between the holding midfielders. He plays up front a bit. He's not a recognized forward. He's a midfielder. You understand? He's a midfielder, but he can also play as a striker, a false nine. So that's that for that. Then in the transfer market, we're looking at our transfer market. Who are the greatest winners in the transfer market? I think for me, the people that made their ground on the transfer market was Manchester City because they made key signings. They picked out where they picked out the points where they were lacking, and they made those signings. They signed Amar Mamouche from Frankfurt. They signed Nico from Porto, and they signed a defender. I can't remember the particular name of that defender. They signed a defender as well, and they bring some other players, some other low-profile players to the team. See, they recruited properly, and to me, they are the winners in the transfer market. Then when you talk about the losers, I'm sorry again, it's going to be Arsenal Football Club. They couldn't make the most important signing. They couldn't make that most important signing, which was a striker. They couldn't do that, and I feel that it's going to cost them a lot going forward. So, guys, thank you for sticking in on today's episode. I'll be dropping the next episode, and I would love you to share your opinion on the comment section. I would like to like this particular podcast and also follow me on my page at FABIANMARS. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful weekend of football. Thanks. Ciao.